Welcome back, Thunderleaf fans. We appreciate you joining us this Monday. It's actually Monday for me too, which is awesome. So we'll just start with a little disclosure here. We are recording this season, as we've talked about before. And unfortunately, last week we did have a little recording snafu, but hopefully you all got caught up with that. We did a nice little recap of the parts we had some technical difficulties with and trying some new things to help fix that. So always improving here. This is not any of our forte. It is a new skill set we are learning on the fly. So if you want to be a producer for free and donate all your time, you just send us that resume and 3 references, please.
We apparently need help.
Apparently.
But as always, I am Donnie. I play Scrawl, everybody's favorite med tech, here as we play Cyberpunk 2077. No, not Cyberpunk 2077. That's the one I play on the computer. This is Cyberpunk
Same
Red,
universe.
made by our Talsorian Games, and we appreciate that very much from them. Otherwise, we're just quick thank yous for Sirenscape that does our soundboard. We use Foundry Virtual Tabletop for running our games within and giving us something to keep track of our character skills, because we all know the players will not. And and then, of course, most important and certainly not least, we got Kevin MacLeod over at Incomtech, who does our intro and outro music. We loved his work. He does some great stuff, so check that out as well. And you can find that all down in the links, as well as that subscribe button. Hit that for us. We're growing and really appreciate that. It means the absolute world. Throw a share. And if you are feeling real crazy, hit that Patreon button and join us on Discord. Get access to raise notes from the sessions and all sorts of other little fun stuff. So otherwise, we always like to start with a little question to get to know the characters and or players a little bit better. And this week we're going with, what Scar has the best story? Did I say that right? Yeah. And I think I'll jump. No, I'm going to save mine for last, because Scrawl is covered in scars. Right. So, we got to make this count. So why don't we go with, we're going to reverse order from usual here. Mike, you got any good scars?
I mean, I've got some good scars, but none of them have like a really interesting story. The worst one was, I was 5 and I went to go hit the handle on the storm door, and I ended up putting my wrist through it and then pulled it back out. So I've got a nice couple scars running down here.
Nice.
Or
right.
I've got a scar from a giant clamshell when I was cleaning my fish tank once.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
That's the craziest one, I guess.
Dude, I think the garage door one is the craziest one. Yeah. How is that not? Like, you almost died.
Yeah, your garage door exploded.
I guess those are scars. I almost lost my fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's... You're like, oh, yeah, that time I almost died.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll step up to the next victim here, now that we know Mike is accident-prone near all sorts of household objects.
And shelter.
Ray, what Scar has a great story for cavalry and bonus points if you add one?
Ooh, I mean, Ray, have tons of scars. This one here, I don't know if you can see it on my lip or not. Rottweiler. That's a bad one. Cav is covered in burned scars, and this is a shitty story. But you guys asked, so here it is. They're from her dad. Oh. He would come home from like the bars drunk from like illegal gambling, and when he would get kicked out of the bars, he would bring his friends over. They would light her on fire and see how long it took her to put herself out. That's what they would bet on.
I am horrified,
That's
Ray.
Terrifying, yeah.
Wow.
You guys asked.
We did. So. That's on us.
We're going to change up the session plans tonight, and we're just going to have a group hug session, because damn.
Should lighten it up with Pretty Boy. He probably doesn't have any.
Yeah, no, Static. I play Static, everybody's lovable rocker boy, and he doesn't have a lot of scars. He does have a scar from Chapter 1 where he almost got cut in half in his first real street fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a big scar going across his chest right there. And then the scar that I think haunts him the most is the surgery scar from when Skrull replaced his leg.
Skrull is perfect surgeon. There is no scar, sir.
Just new leg.
As far as me, I, like Ray, have tons and tons of scars. You guys want the fractured femur or the chainsaw incident?
Chainsaw.
Well, which one's better story? Like,
the chainsaw incident is a better story. So I was swamping out for a guy, clearing brush that he had cut, and he gave me the all clear, indicating that he had stopped the saw and it was safe for me to move in. So I went in to grab a pile of brush, but he hadn't put the chain bar lock on, and so the chain was still idling down a bit. And as I went in, he moved the chainsaw up, and it got my thumb, and I got bit by exactly one link of the chainsaw. And so, if you know what a chainsaw link looks like, you can actually see that shape on my thumb from just the one that passed through it. And
craziness.
That's
it
kind of
cut
cool.
exactly down to the tendon. I looked down. I thought it was bone because it was white. So I just cover it up and like, ah! And I'm like, go get the boss. And so he runs. He drops the saw and just runs. I get it cleaned up and get some clean dressing on there, and I'm elevating it. And the boss comes running around the hill like green. And he's like, what happened? He said he got you with the chainsaw. And I'm like, he did. It's right here. And he was expecting like guts and stuff. And didn't even need stitches. I got it super glued. I was at work the next day.
Nice.
We're gonna have to put 2 warnings on this episode.
And we're not even 10 minutes in yet.
We are
also
all over it tonight.
Need to cover Mike and Greg in bubble wrap.
Yes, well, that would help us.
We did just have an episode of Greg Does It where I went, oh no, every time he picked up a sharp object.
Which was a lot, because I was doing leather.
It was a lot.
I wasn't on camera, but if I was, it was just me being like...
All right. Well, that brings up to our nervous Amy.
Yeah. So Hopscotch, definitely all manner of scars everywhere, as most people are, just general playing as a kid or, working on cars or whatever else. But the main one, the biggest one, she has, it goes over one shoulder all the way down her torso and then curls around to her lower back. And it was an incident with Shadow, who came up in our last session, who in fact basically like took her out to the middle of the desert and gutted her like a fish and left her for dead.
Wow.
So if anyone's wondering why Shadow's a problem,
you mean the drug running and lying about it was okay?
Jeez, Ray, you just brought that trauma back into this campaign. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
Look, man, you shouldn't have stole that belt.
Cyberpunk is some gritty shit. So
that's true.
And we're just terrible. We couldn't even play Humblewood. Are you kidding me? We're just really bad.
I think maybe we're a violent group in our fantasies.
Yeah.
I think we played Humblewood perfectly. No one's ever done that before. Brand new way to see the world.
I loved our Humblewood game. Yeah. I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah.
Well, it lives rent-free up top a lot of the time. All right. So Skrull is like covered in scars. Like he's got like symbolic designs kind of etched into him that he has done himself. But if he takes off his shirt, medtech vest and shirt, he's got like this extremely intricate like heart pattern on his chest that was the first one he carved, and it was after the bomb fell on his house that killed his parents and sibling that left him an orphan on the street. So that was the first one he kind of etched.
Anatomical heart or...
No, it's definitely very stylistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's how you open up a feel-good episode right there.
Oh, and I do have some cool. I also have a tendon showing scar on the hand where, like, I had a motorcycle accident, and I was not wearing gloves, and like I lost like all the skin between my pinky and ring finger. And I go into the hospital, and they're like, "Okay, we need to do an MRI of that and an X-ray." And I had a broken leg at the time as well, and was well medicated at this point and in shock. But I'm sitting there with the doctor, and I just start flexing my hand. I'm like, "No, look, you can see the tendon
right
just
here.
fine." And they stitched it up, and we called it good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Make that 3 warnings before the episode starts.
And bubble wrap for Donnie, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've seen photos of his leg, man. That shit was gnarly.
Oh yeah, my leg
It was bad.
X-ray is awesome.
Apparently, my leg looked like a snapped twig, is what the doctor said.
Yeah. Yeah, the only X-ray that's better than my leg is my jaw, like where I have scaffolding as well.
Remember that
Guys.
vaguely. That was before we lived together, right?
Yeah. But all right. Well, on that note, I think we will. Well, you know what? I realized we forgot last time. Do we want to do a like recap at this point as well of what happened last session?
I
Yeah,
guess
let's
we
do
do.
it.
Really,
Yeah.
we've been neglecting those. Huh?
I think he just
I
volunteered.
realized
Donnie.
last time I'm like, thanks guys. I appreciate it. All right, so last time, so we are stuck in prison, of course, still, which is a Biotechnica facility, and
Allegedly.
we are. Yeah, so I guess allegedly, good point. We really have no idea where we are, other than somewhere in the ocean on the north half of the planet.
We're in the northern
And that pretty much
hemisphere
sums it up.
underwater.
Yeah, so that eliminates about what 35% of the planet at most. Like, so we are. Well, some of us are trying to find a way to resolve that situation. Meanwhile, there are potentially drugs in the atmosphere. There are parties that are haunting us from our past for some of our police officer members in the group. There are guards and doctors that are seemingly pretty friendly, actually, overall, I would say, for a prison. Like, they don't seem like too hard case. Like, most of the medics have been very friendly to us. But we just got volunteered for a task to go down into the lower levels where there's some flooding and help resolve that process, where Skrull is dedicated to being team number 1 in prison and will clear the most. But unfortunately, that goes as well as anything goes for us. We kind of have some flooding issues. We find a lot of floating bodies, some quite ready to go splat. And then really got the excitement going when we found Static's mom's old office, which was eye-opening. And also some kind of mind-bending details about just how long we may or may not have been down here, leaving us a little off kilter, I guess would be a good word. And then in the end, we find the other group of prisoners dead. So we are number 1, I'd just like to say. And we're finally kind of heading to make our way back up after gathering like a handful of tools and odds and ends that we're hoping to squirrel away for some kind of escape effort. And that's about all I got. Does that kind of sum it up a little bit?
Pretty good.
2 things that are top of mind for me. The other team wasn't just dead, their heads exploded. And the last scene was Static in his skivvies again, getting ready to climb up some Jeffries-style tubes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lots of little bit of claustrophobia moments last episode. Forgot about that.
Just conveniently blocked
One
that
more
bit out.
warning for Amy. All right. So with that little recap here, we'll leave you all to reflect on the depth and breadth of this story while we take just a short break, and we'll be back with you in a few.
All right, welcome back. And as we stated, we're going to pick up with Static kind of getting ready to shimmy into some tubes.
All right.
Where are we heading, sir?
So he saw some of the tubes going up last time, we said. And
yes, so every...
That's where he wants to go. Is he's just going to check the first tube going up from that same room we've been accessing the tubes from.
Okay. So, kind of making your way back up there and shimmying through. Can I just have a... let's do some athletics.
All right.
Right, these tubes are a little slick. You've been splashing around in a lot of water. You got some kind of metal you're trying to climb up on. Let's just make sure you're not taking a fall here.
All right. That is a 17.
Yeah, more than enough to kind of shimmy through, and you make your way through a couple intersections and eventually come to a section where you can go. It's kind of the four-way stop, and there's also a ladder going up. And as you look, it kind of goes up quite a bit. It looks to be at least, you can see at least probably 20 so feet before it starts to get kind of dark up there.
I'm gonna get
Not
off
a lot of lighting in here.
this floor and kind of try and get back towards the same relative spot that he got into the tubes from, if that makes sense.
So back in that first room where you jumped in, or back over where the fan was?
From where he's been jumping in just one floor up. He wants to see if this next floor up is the same kind of layout.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so as you're just climbing, you are kind of going up, and it's up, and it's at least, if you had to guess, it would have been like a 3-story building you're kind of scaling here. So it's taken a bit of time to wander your way up there. And it does then kind of crest up, and you can kind of see a little bit more light as, light kind of filters in from the various air tunnels and access points. It's got that same kind of layout, that same kind of almost grid-like intersections of tubes and maintenance tunnels here as well, but this one does not go up anymore.
All right, yeah, so he will see if he can't find the closest open vent and look through that.
Sure. So as you're kind of climbing around, can I have a perception?
$13.
Yeah, so as you're kind of going through, you can hear kind of some muffled conversations going, some noises. Kind of sounds, like coming from the vent nearest, that it's kind of sounds like the kitchen, kind of a lot of the prep work happening. You can hear some of the chopping, the chef shouting some orders.
He's going to quietly make his way towards that and see if it actually is the kitchen that we've been using.
Yeah, and as you kind of take a peek, it looks to be, from what you've seen of the kitchen, looks to be that same kitchen.
Okay, cool. He is going to... That's huge. He's going to head back down and report that to everybody.
Cool. So as Static has been gone for a bit, what are the rest of you doing down here in the flooded, although slightly less, because you did actually clear out quite a few drainage tubes in this flooded basement?
Firstly, where is Cavalry? I found Hopscotch and I found Static, but Cavalry apparently has floated away.
That's right, she did. There.
Where did I not go that you guys are?
You're in the on the map. You're in the flooded room.
There you go.
Okay. There I am. Cav's here.
Yeah. So
so
good.
I was going to say, do you mind just kind of recapping for us kind of where we are? Because so we came in through like sunken hallway, and
so you came in through this center elevator, kind of in the center of this little complex. So this kind of floor is relatively built in this kind of ring-like structure, whereas going through the center of that ring is that access elevator that you came down. And then radiating off of there are a couple hallways, and then there's a larger kind of perimeter ring, and that's where all of the hallways, all of the rooms kind of shoot off of, all the cargo bays. Various parts of those are sealed off due to severe flooding, but you had run around and found places where, you know, there's some control systems, some circuit breakers, some water pumps, you know, a bunch of the maintenance bays for vehicles and mining gear, things like that.
Okay. And just so I remember too, we kind of explored the north east quadrant of this circular place, and that was where we found a couple bodies up there, I think, and then I don't remember what else. And then the south one was the vehicle bays. We found the other team down there and some other people floating and exploded heads. Right. And then was that where Static's mom's office was too?
So the office was over on that kind of northwest quadrant up here.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what looks like it had been some sort of kind of processing lab type facility. There were a lot of vials in there, a lot of remnants of things. Static's mom's names tag.
Gotcha.
That was in that room there. That northeast side was pretty devoid of most things. There was a door that was kind of welded shut that had a viewing port to a kind of exposed elevator platform through the ocean. So that it's a very large platform where large things could be, you know, shipped up and down, but it is kind of exposed to the water and the elements and pressure.
But welded shut.
That was pretty empty hallway otherwise.
So, Cav, Hopscotch, are you in this room where Static has now scrawled into the tube away from us, or are you elsewhere?
Cav's probably pacing in the room of the tube Static went up.
So I think Scrawl, once Static's kind of up and in there, after being in that room, Scrawl is going to just kind of turn to you all and just be like, so you think that Static might still be having a go at us? I mean, what are odds he does not know his mom is working down here and he just happens to show up down here? And, you know, it just seems a little convenient that Nepo Baby is still seemingly at home while we're stuck down here. I know you all felt pretty uncomfortable. I mean, I'm very comfortable down here, but that is definitely a little unusual, I must say. I don't want Nepo Baby ruining this pillow fort for me as well.
I am still very hesitant.
I think she's right. I don't fully trust him. There's a chance he's a plant.
Okay, so we drowned him while down here where nobody's watching?
There's also a chance he doesn't know he's a plant.
This is valid.
We don't know what Lucidate is doing. We don't know if he's... I mean, we know we're all on it right now.
I mean, he at one point just scrambled his own DNA. Does he know anything? Does he even know who he is? Who knows what's going on with that person?
I think he knows who he wants to be.
Very stupid. That is true. That is true. But right now today, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
I mean, to be fair, you could throw him pretty far.
That is, well,
but I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we get Static thrown in isolation, and maybe he can find Atwood. We follow in and find Atwood and trade in Nepo Baby for Atwood.
I mean, we don't want to leave him down here, though, right?
I mean, why not? He's clearly at home. His mom's right down the hallway.
Well,
his mom
if he
was.
Really...
she's not currently.
Honestly, but she could have been here last year when they were separated, you know?
Or 10 years ago.
Know.
Like, who knows?
Yeah.
He could have been here 10 minutes ago.
A spoiled little bitch who is full of himself, probably as a kid too. Like, she could have done anything, and he was too busy like thinking of himself, looking in a mirror, probably. So who knows?
That is true. But I mean, how could one ignore static? I mean, like, let's be real.
It's easy to do, actually. Worst case
try
scenario,
sharing room with him. Not so easy to do.
If he is that valuable to them, and he is that important, then we can string him along and hold him for like bait or ransom or something, right?
I like the way you think, Scotch. This is why we keep you around.
Thank you. Oh, I guess that's a compliment.
And I think about this
Static,
time
you
here,
live in there?
some noises coming down the access tunnel.
Yeah. Hopscotch has been going back and forth and basically has started to make a pile of stuff that we could put in the vents to access later, and is kind of like getting ready to hand Static like random piles of tools and whatever else could possibly come in handy. Like, all right, start making our little nest.
Well, I have some fantastic news. This tube right here seems to go directly to Scroll's office, the kitchen. So we can get between that floor and this floor without using the elevator. But what I don't understand is why that elevator was almost 45 minutes when I'm able to just go through this tube. But that's not important. What's important is we have access to this floor now whenever we want.
So you saw the head of cook, right?
I saw the cook, I saw the kitchen, I heard chopping, and I heard people working on food.
You describe for Scroll tell you for real cook, otherwise maybe not same kitchen.
I will describe the cook I saw.
Do I recognize the cook? Okay.
Yeah.
And the way I see this, we could go about this two ways. Either we could start caching tools down here and make sort of a base of operations on this floor, or we could cache something from this floor up near the kitchen for Scrawl to get out for us as needed.
I think we need quick access to shit wherever we are. Like, whatever vents that you can identify near where we might be, we should have something at the ready.
Then why don't we start mapping this out? Let's get some sort of pen and paper or something, and I can start making a map of the vents that we do and don't have access to on this floor and on the floor with the kitchen.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Other areas where we have been, like the cell block and walking out to the mines, has that floor plan also been to match this one?
Relatively, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're all relatively built in this kind of spherical style. Some are, there's a couple floors like the prison blocks, are a little bit more like there's an extra concentric ring, around the outside. So they may be kind of bigger or smaller, but it's this general kind of circular floor plan. And you would have noticed that they do have normal size air vents. They have some of the larger access tubes all around in different places. Your cells have air vents, but they do not have, the larger access tunnels. So those are all in kind of like hallways or other rooms or in the cafeteria kind of spaces that, you would need access to, but prisoners wouldn't have unsupervised access to. Without being seen by guards or cameras or things like that.
I think we need to talk about the time that we're around here. I mean, it all just seems like good time to scroll, but you had a point there about the 45 minutes. If we're just one level down, why is time so funky? I mean, Static's mom, how long she's been down here, how long we've been down here. I read a book once about these kids that go in closet, come back in a mysterious amount of time later. Maybe this is one of those kind of places.
Maybe it has to do.
It would make sense if it was intentionally disorienting.
I think exactly. I think they don't want us. They want us to think we're deeper than we are.
Also, like, we know they're drugging us, so who's to say they're not hitting us with more than just Lucidate?
I swear to God, if we were 12 feet underwater, I'd be pissed. If I could just go on that porthole right now and float up, I'm
really
going to be
just
so
spraying
annoyed.
water.
Yeah. I'm going to be so mad if a drinking straw is all I need to see the surface.
Yes.
So what's the plan?
I think
Are we gonna...
Static wants to at least map this floor with the rest of the time we've got before the guard comes back down.
Okay.
The vents
so
on this floor.
Do you want to give me perception or survival?
Go with the perception. An 11.
Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of map out this general gridded area. So it pretty much you would know the routes that you could take and kind of tunnels to it's kind of just a grid that kind of overlays over the entire thing. Obviously going around where the elevator shaft is, but reaching out to most of the facility. There are some coming up in this, as you make your way over to that northwest quadrant. There are some more vents that seem to want to go a little bit further, but they are sealed. So like it looks like there was an offshoot, and then they were kind of sealed over.
He will
and they
mark
kind of have
those
this
on his
like
map.
resin kind of seal to them.
Interesting. Yeah, he will mark that on the map and then kind of get out with the rest of the crew. Oh, this is what I was able to get. This is the map of the air vents on this floor. If you look over here, those were sealed after the fact. I think that's where that window out into the ocean was. But this was all I was able to get today. I think maybe next time we're down here, or if I'm able to sneak into the vents from the kitchen or something, I can map the next floor up. But yeah, this will have to do for now.
It's fine. Like half a job, but it's better than nothing.
How much time?
How far up were you able to go?
How what?
How far up were you able to go?
Just the one floor.
Like, do you see how big this place is?
No, it seems like the vertical shafts aren't directly connected. So I was able to go up one floor, but I didn't find another. I found the kitchen, but not another vertical shaft going up.
So we could be in a sea donut.
It seems that way, yes.
Just very flat and okay.
You see pancake? Now I'm hungry.
Good news. We've got more slop.
At this point, better than nothing.
That's what the Skrull's been saying this whole time, and you all just like Skrull's terrible and crazy.
Skrull, I need
How
you.
often do you guys not eat kibble? We get slop here. This place is great.
Buddy, I need you to just think for 1 minute. Do you remember the turkey sandwich? Do you remember
one
the
turkey
French
sandwich
fries?
I've had in my life? I've had 5 straight meals of slop.
I will make you a sandwich every freaking day for the rest of your life if you just focus on getting us the fuck out of here.
Guys, I know we talk a lot about how Static's our Nepo child and has all the money, but I gotta say, it seems a little bit like Hopscotch is loaded.
She eats food that's at least as high quality as what I grew up with. It's true. Hopscotch.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we worked and we grew it ourselves and we farmed it ourselves. We have a community and we have a system. You just have a silver spoon up your ass. Different.
It's not where I keep that.
It's where she's gonna put it if you don't watch it.
It's a horrible place for a spoon.
Especially silver, that's way too valuable.
So
It'll
it's
be
been
useful.
about
We'll map something.
it's been about like a if you had a guess about the length of a shift. So if you were going to, if this was a normal work shift, this would be the time that, you would head back. But so far, no one has called or come for you yet.
This was intentional, right? We all agree that we weren't supposed to live and this was intentional.
It does seem rather like they sent us down here to die.
So what did those other guys do?
Guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we probably should have asked some questions earlier.
Maybe they actually did volunteer for this. I mean, to be honest, it's not that much worse than mining. It's almost better. There's freedom. There's no overseer.
Yeah, but there's exploding heads.
Yes, but we have those in the mines too, apparently. We have those wherever we go.
That's true.
Only if you're not the model prisoner. Just behave.
I'm a model at everything I do, Scrawl.
All right, bitches, let's plan. I guess we do at some point need to alert them that we are alive.
Do we just call the elevator?
Yeah, I was going to say, is there an elevator call button or something?
There's a button.
There is.
Do we call the elevator, and if it's just the one guard again, do we take the guard?
No,
just
I don't think we're ready for that.
If we are down here and they are going to ignore us and we can access kitchens and get our own slop, do we even need to go back?
I think so we can have
I think
access to the rest of the facility so that we can actually get more of a plan. Because I don't think this biological cold chain or whatever it is was coming off of this floor. This floor looks abandoned.
Scrawl pulls his orange jumpsuit over his mouth like a mask. It's like, or we just be ninjas.
Honestly, if we need to hide out for a few days, that's a really good freaking plan, though. Just go in the middle of the night, get some food, and honestly, it's not terrible. But we do have questions that we need answered, right? First of all, specifically for me, the things in our heads, the thing in my back, right? Like, we do need some answers to those questions, and I think we have several great candidates. Scrawl, I'm still a little concerned. Like, are you okay? And I just look at Cav
I'm healthy.
with like this, like,
What's
can
wrong?
we trust him? Like, do we think he's okay? Because he was definitely okay. So here's my idea. Feel free to veto. But I think we should send you, and I look at Cav, and Loverboy here up to Med. And I am for sure going to bash your face in, and so that you have a reason.
Mine or Cav's?
Because definitely yours. Because I think that you need to have an explicit reason to start asking about the thing in your head. If you just walk in there and you start asking questions, I don't think they're going to be as amenable, right? But if you go in there and your face is fucked and you're like, what is the thing in my head? It's kind of a part of that conversation.
They did get warm, though. Like, it's not unreasonable that we noticed them. We were down here on this dangerous...
But that doesn't mean they want to answer questions. They were just like, oh, it's life support, right?
Oh, I can make Alina answer questions for me.
I think that you have so much confidence... And
Hopscotch?
Sure.
I'm going to ask you to trust me on this one.
I'm going to also have Cav go with you.
That's completely reasonable.
Baby, do you mind if I punch you in the face? Like, are you cool?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, we'll just say that you guys, like, walked into each other, something dumb, and bloody noses. Oh my god, what's happening?
Okay, fine. Just don't break it. Just make it bleed a little.
You shouldn't have told her that, man.
I know that.
Do you want it to point forever to the left or forever to the right?
I want it to be perfect like it is now.
Scrawl will fix it for you.
It's true. You really don't even need those. I just put in new filters.
There you go. There you go. So that was just my idea. really get the conversation going, give a reason to be up there. I don't know how you're going to get information about my back, but I guess if you really schmooze her really hard, Static, you could maybe get in there.
He's going to schmooze her so hard.
It's the only way I know how to schmooze.
I've heard him schmoozing very hard most nights.
Yeah, we had really thin walls in the warehouse. We have discussed this.
Well, do you think breaking it's going to make me snore any less?
I'm not your cellmate. And snoring wasn't the problem we were all talking about right now.
Oh, you could hear that? Oh my God, I'm sorry.
It's weird that he sings, right?
It's where I get my best ideas, Cav.
Thank you!
I'm in the moment.
I just hope it's consensual, whatever that moment is.
I mean, when it's myself, it always is.
Static consented, but Chad didn't.
Oh, well played. Well played. Right, fine. If you're gonna do it, just give me a countdown, okay?
Well, we need to get upstairs first.
I thought you
Well,
wanted
shouldn't
us to
we
go
already
up
be
there with these broken
beat up?
noses.
Yeah, when security comes down to take us.
That way, we don't have to really explain that much.
Oh. Well, I mean, if it takes 45 minutes for do you want me to? Do you just want to sit here and bleed for 45 minutes? Like...
Bro, you could stop the bleeding, right? 45 minutes seems like an awful long time to bleed.
I'm just saying, like, we could call it and just like, wait a minute.
Yes, let's.
I mean, I could stop bleeding, but then we'd have to start again to make credible, so we'd have to break
Scrawl.
nose again.
Scrawl, what actual medical questions would be helpful for you? Like, what information would you need to actually do these surgeries and actually take care of us?
I mean, exploratory surgery is quite fun, in fact.
Oh.
I mean, that... I think he would tell you that, like, he needs to know, like, is there a dead man switch in particular? Like, how are these things triggered? Like, are they something that's going to trigger automatically if they're tampered with? Or otherwise, I think in terms of actually removing them, I don't think that he's probably too intimidated by that. Removing cyberware is just removing cyberware in his opinion. So I think he's probably pretty confident about that, but he first needs to know what the cyberware is.
And depending on how integrated things are, if they get into, nerves and things like that, that could be trickier. But just, like you said, you've removed cyberware hundreds of times. So you just kind of need access to equipment, and depending on how this stuff is installed, that would depend on what equipment you need to remove it.
Was there any like rope or cable? Well, there's plenty of like wiring and cable and stuff down here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a hunk and I'm making little makeshift belts for my friends here, so that if you have the opportunity to steal medical equipment of any kind, just tuck it up in there. And if you happen to come across my medical records with a scan on my back, totally cool. Feel free to bring them back. I don't know if I've expressed the misery that I am in every minute of every day, but I hate everything about this.
You have been quite vocal on that front, yes.
Got lots of complaining.
It's okay. This place is fucking on.
No shit.
So were we going to smuggle things out, or were we going to kind of squirrel them away in some vents? What was the plan? I know Hopscotch was wearing a bunch of items.
I I do have
stuffing
a good bit of
pockets.
things.
I think
I took empty files and nails and like stuffed your socks in pockets, everyone else.
I think it would be a good idea to store some of that in the vents too.
Yes.
Probably on this level to start because we know we can get between levels. So I think, yeah, probably just like 10 feet off of this vertical access we've been using on this level. We should store a cache of tools, but I think it'd also be a good idea to see if we could bring something small up to see what the screening process is on the way up. And something that wouldn't get us in necessary... Like, I don't think it'd be a good idea to bring a crowbar up today. But, like, maybe a couple of nails. Just because we don't know how much they're going to pat us down or if there's any kind of metal scanner or something like that that we would go through. So that's my suggestion as a player.
So
It's good, because if it was statics, we just would ignore it.
I was like, he's been using the Chad voice this whole time.
Yeah, no, that's Greg voice, not Chad voice.
It's the same.
Pretty much.
all right, so you guys can make your cash pile off in one of the air vents, and if you're going to try to smuggle things, let's have a conceal reveal. Use the conceal portion of that skill.
Is it all of us or just Hopscotch?
Who's ever pocketing stuff.
Where'd my
Static has he got a 13. He's trying to smuggle that chemistry test up,
Okay.
and probably a handful of
I got
nails.
a 24.
Hopscotch can take
got
the
a lot of
crowbar.
accoutrement.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got a accoutrement in my belt under all of my clothes.
Scrawl is not willing to screw up his meal ticket and empties his pockets when he's not being watched.
Cav's also not taking anything because I know I've got to go to medical, and I feel like I'm going to be checked extra. So.
Right. Got those. So are we going with the punch them in the face plan and ring the elevator and wait a bit and then punch them in the face?
Yeah.
And as a reminder, I already punched Scrawl in the face today.
That's right. You're just punching everybody today.
Now,
This is just payback for all the times we shot you by accident.
You did shoot me so many times, you guys. But also, Scrawl was not acting right, and I thought maybe I would knock something in its correct position. That's all.
now, before you put the crowbar back, are you hitting him with it or are you just using the fist?
I was just going to punch him.
All right. Can we have the 2d6 twice as you ring the elevator and wait a bit? And it's taking a while. It's probably in the 30-minute range before you start to hear the kind of cables groaning and the elevator getting closer.
I'm going to say the 5 was on static.
That tracks, yeah.
You need to be more believable, right?
That's fair.
And as the elevator door settles, voice crackles out of the kind of little speaker by the button. Basement crew, identify.
We're not the dead crew, we're the other crew.
If you could hurry it up, please. I'm bleeding.
Identification numbers.
Boo!
Oops.
Boob 1.
3.
6.
5.
As the
I think we finally found our crew's name.
I think so.
As the elevator doors slide open, and there is Supervisor Holden holding the data slate, kind of checking things on the tablet. This is unexpected.
Unexpected.
I know.
Why?
We did such good job. We get double slop tonight, right?
Well, I saw some sensor readings going that there was some additional flooding and some oxygen instability. So I'm glad to see you all made it.
Is this the same lady?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I can kind of see in the elevator where there is just kind of like a pile of like kind of chip bags and things like that. So it looks as though she had just been kind of like hanging out in the elevator for the shift while you guys were doing the work.
I thought you were going to come back to get us.
I didn't think you were going to make it.
Cavalry,
so
don't be rude. She's
I'm
here
impressed.
to get us right now.
Yeah, I can leave if you'd like, but otherwise, you guys had done some work. I see you cleared some things, so the other crew, I guess, is not here, so that would make you de facto winners of this little competition. And she's making some checks, and you will be granted a rest cycle. Now, if you'll
We're number one crew in prison. I told you all.
if you'll one at a time come in here and allow me to scan you, we can get you back upstairs and catch some dinner. It'll be late, but there should be some food left before the kitchen finishes cleaning up.
I think Static will volunteer to go first. Please, I need to get to the medical. I'm bleeding quite profusely. I tripped and broke my nose.
Shut up. He's such a baby. Yeah, I'm bleeding too. Can we just please hurry? I also need to get to medical.
All right. Yeah, so as she scans Static, let you in. Can scan Cav. Let you in. Who's going up next?
Skrull walks up and he very obviously says, Skrull has nothing to hide. You can scan Skrull any way you'd like.
You guys give me a hard time.
Much appreciated. And then you can get on. And then we'll go to scan Hopscotch.
Hey, can I try to distract her? Come on. Can we hurry it up?
There's quite a bit of blood pooling in your elevator here.
Cav will actually grab the arm that she's scanning with and look. We need to go
Can
now.
I have a persuasion, with a +2 as you guys are bleeding.
Do you want that from Cav or Static?
We'll do Cav, and then we'll give her the +2.
Okay.
Because you're helping, so yeah.
18 for Cav.
Christ! All right, let's just get on, and just she'll kind of go over and hit the button to shut the elevator door, and the elevator slowly starts to ascend.
Do you have any more of those chips? I see those bags, babe. Come on. Come on. We should all be dead and you know it. We should get some chips.
Persuasion.
It's a long ride. No one will know you did it.
I imagine it's 2 minutes later, 2 seconds later. Actually.
17.
I really shouldn't, but and she will kind of go over to her bag and pull out a bag of, they're kind of kibble chips, but they are extra smoky soy bacon bit flavored.
Great.
It is all the artificial flavors.
Perfect. I will enjoy my elevator ride with my kibble chips.
Yeah, and at the end of this 45-minute kind of process. The elevator doors open at the top, and there are 5 guards standing up there, 4 of which are escorting Static and Cav over to medical. Come on. I'm gonna stop that bleeding. Let's get out of here. And they kind of motion you to start walking. And then the last guard will escort Hopscotch and Scroll over to the kitchen to get some leftover dinners, if you would like, or we can just head back to the cell.
Oh no, we're definitely getting dinner. And Skrull is doing everything he can to get Static and Cavalries.
They're not here.
You have these made, you make exact portions. Skrull works kitchen, he understands. Those meals are trash unless Skrull eats now. So just saying.
Yeah, so you guys can get to the kitchen and eat well on the extra 2 portions if you'd like.
It's fine. And Hopscotch, I let you eat Statics. I know you'll get extra satisfaction from that.
Thank you. Thank you. But I would have shared some chips with you. Specifically just you, Scroll.
Yeah, it's pretty empty in there. You can just kind of hear the chef in the back kind of shouting orders and, getting people to kind of clean up and get it all set up for the morning shift.
I'll yell back at one of the prisoners and be like, Susie, you cleaned that plate real good this time. Last time it was dirty. I don't want to find that dirty in the morning shift.
Did you ever work the morning shift?
Yeah.
I am king of morning shift. I work whatever shift Skrull wants because Skrull king of prison. Now shut up. Or else Hopscotch will come back there.
All right.
She goes to just dump the bucket that she had been throwing all the scraps into and dump it on the counter, and then kind of stops herself and then just goes back to cleaning. And so as you jump over to the other 2, the guards bring you into that same kind of lobby. The central kind of window is empty this time, as one of the guards kind of bangs on the door and it buzzes from the inside. As one of the doctors is in kind of scrubs with a kind of surgical mask on, he just kind of hits the buzzer. He's be like, just load them into a room where we got a surgery going on right now. And they will kind of escort you into the 2 rooms. So Cav will be taken into that first kind of exam room where you were before, and Static will be brought over into the kind of nicer office-y kind of waiting area with the couches where you were before. And one of the there's a knock on the door, Cav. Is there anything you'd like to do in there as you're left kind of by yourself for a second first?
Is there I'm assuming I still actually have the data pad on me. Did I give that to somebody else?
Yeah.
I still have that. Is there a charge port anywhere?
Clever.
There'd be various pieces of equipment, so I'm sure you could probably it would probably plug into the computer kind of thing. You could unplug something and plug it in to charge.
I would like to charge that if possible.
Okay. Yeah, and as you kind of plug it in, you see that the little charge indicator is going up, or at least flashing like it would be going up.
If it wasn't broken.
Do you have a bag of rice to put it in? A little wet. A little moist.
So you are left to your own devices in there for a minute, and Static. What are we doing in here as the door shuts?
I think Static is going to pull that chemistry test out, and finally go over that now that he's alone and he's got a minute where he can read it.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I think it brings back a lot of those memories of kind of school and your home life back before all of this got weird and things were so different. But how does Static feel about all these memories coming back?
I think he feels really torn. Because part of him wants to find comfort in these familiar old memories, but part of him feels like they're nothing but a lie anymore. And he's really kind of... The more he looks at this, the more kind of dislodged he gets.
And I think as you're kind of thinking about all these memories, a knock on the door kind of jars you out of your memories as Dr. Rourke comes back in. Ah, Mr. Gale, pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, sure.
Looks like you've had quite an incident down there. What happened?
It's wet. I tripped.
Kind of
I broke my nose.
That's a shame. How's the rest of your team holding up? I heard there were some casualties down there.
Not on my team. I think we got another broken nose, but everyone's doing okay other than that.
Oh, that's good to know. Does anyone interact with anything down there that they, perhaps shouldn't have?
Can I roll a resist torture drugs for that?
You can.
That's a 23.
Yeah, and you have your full wits about you. You have that momentary hesitation, but...
No, sorry, I was a little out of sorts here. No, nobody... We interacted with the drains we were down there to clear.
Were those... I heard reports of some flooding. Was that a structural thing? Was that an accident? It wasn't deliberate?
I mean, it was like that when we got down there. That's what we were there to fix. So I don't know what caused it.
Yes, of course. And then he's going to kind of finish kind of patching up your nose, and he's going to pull out another injection. If you don't mind, it looks like it's time for another dose.
Yes, please, right here. It's just anything to feel myself again.
And he will give the injection. And would you like to roll 2d6 for me?
That is an 8.
Okay. Let's bump that humanity up another 8.
All right.
Excellent. And no memory gaps? Anything like that? Or is everything seeming fine?
No memory gaps. I mean, I remember going down there, doing the work, breaking my nose, coming back up here.
Excellent. Well, if you'll excuse me, I do have to assist in the other room. We've got some new check-ins coming, and they need some procedures performed before they are released into the population here.
I do have a question for you, Doctor, given our special relationship.
Of course.
What is this?
That is your PADD.
PADD.
Yes.
Care to elaborate? I know it's loaded with explosives.
It's simply a pressure detection device. It's really for, security purposes to make sure that, the environment is maintaining structural integrity.
If you say so. If you don't mind, I'm quite enjoying the afterglow. So go install other people with your explosives, I guess.
Pleasure as always.
As always.
And he will kind of leave you in this room.
And I want to see if there is a scalpel or any kind of surgical implement in here that he could pocket.
Okay. Let's roll under your luck.
That's not the right die. Ah.
So D10 under 6.
Nope. That's a 7. Or that was an 8. I don't know why.
Unfortunately, there is an autoclave in here, but it is empty. So it looks like they must have just cleaned things and taken them over into the operating room.
Okay, so he will hang out for the amount of time he normally does after this procedure.
Okay. So Cav, you heard a muffled knock on the door next door, but the door to your room opens as Alina walks in. Ooh, what happened? What happened to your face?
Yeah, rogue wrench.
Those shifts are dangerous, and she will start to kind of grab some of the gauze and things like that and start tending to the wound.
Cav has no idea how to talk to people unless they're being interrogated. So she's gonna be like, "How was? I mean, your day's good. You're having a good day."
Yeah. It's been a day. I guess it could have been worse.
That's good. I mean, no bloody nose, right? That's good.
No, definitely not. Can I have a conversation? Let's see what she is willing to throw out here.
No, why are you doing this to me? Yes. 25.
Apparently, Alina likes her girls with a little bloody nose action going.
Yeah. Apparently.
Ha! That's right.
Yeah. So she is, bandaging your nose, and she's like, well, it's just administration wants me to walk him through some of our inventory processes.
Inventory?
You know how that is. Yeah.
Inventory of what?
When meds go missing, they look at the inmates, or they look at the nurses. And when they start asking you to explain something, really, they're gonna write their own explanation.
I told you no one gets out of here. I wasn't joking about that. Have you looked into that at all?
I mean, a little. There's been a couple of people that come back to this thing. Like this work guy. He's been here. This is like his third shift down here.
Yeah, that's because he's in charge. The regular people, you, the regular guards, kitchen staff, they don't make it. Look, what is this? This thing in here. What is it? I saw 3 guys' heads explode down there today.
And she kind of... So those are your pads. They do detect oxygen levels. But if they deviate from what the oxygen levels are in here for too long, they will activate. And I believe you just saw what happens when that happens.
How do we turn it off? How do we get them out?
Security controls them. They can also trigger them at will.
Okay, that's terrifying.
It was part of you know, a means to keep inmates in line back a couple years ago, is what they told me. But they said they haven't had to use it in months.
Is there a way to get them out safely? If they're taken out, will they trigger themselves?
As far as I know, as long as the oxygen levels are what they expect them to be down here, then there should an issue. But you know, if you were to, you know, ascend too quickly, or you know, go into too much oxygen or too little oxygen, then they could trigger.
Cool. I have another favor to ask you.
Yes. What's that?
My friend Hopscotch. You know her?
Okay. I've seen the medical records.
She had something else put in her back. What is that?
Look, I can tell you, but I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Yeah, what do you need?
Take off your pants.
Like I said,
I thought Mike said that for a second. It didn't register as naughty for a second, and I was like, "Whoa,
spicy!"
Sorry, Mike.
That's a different stream. Like I said, they're asking me to explain some inventory discrepancies, and I have a feeling it's one of the guards. And could you maybe get him to stop, or get him reassigned, or I don't know. If these discrepancies aren't, I'm just worried that I'm going to be the fall, and that you might be right, that I'm not going to get out of here.
Who do you think it was? I mean, do you know for sure it was a specific guard?
I mean, there's this guard, Rourke, and when he's on shift, you know, he does a lot of the inventory control for us. So I think he's getting them before he even drops them off here. But I mean, I can't prove anything, but
Rourke, as in the doctor that just saw Static? He asks above the table, or just a similar named guy.
It's actually his brother.
His brother. Okay.
Static's brother, right? I'm on to it.
Static's brother.
Or
Dun,
Gale
dun, dun.
is his name.
Yes. Yeah, it's the doctor's brother. I mean, so they're definitely not going to be looking at him.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple ways we could do this.
Cav, do you want to roll a concentration for me?
$19.
You are on fire. So the name Rourke kind of jostles your memory a bit about there was an officer who... It's a conflicting story, right? He says that he broke up a smuggling operation. Administration says that he was involved, and he was demoted and resigned. And that was, a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So you didn't interact with him directly, but that was kind of a stories going around about, a potential dirty cop.
Okay. So I know that guy. I know of him anyway. He's a bad cop. Just a shitty individual altogether. I could plan something on him.
Seems to like it down here. He keeps coming back.
I could give something to him, make him OD maybe. Could take him out the hard way.
I mean, I don't want to be involved in it. You know, I don't want to hurt anybody. But I just need him to stop blaming me for taking these meds.
You don't want him hurt.
I mean, I'm not I just don't want to be involved. I don't.
What do you think Biotechnica would do to him if he got caught stealing? Would he have the same repercussions as you?
I mean, I don't know if the doctor can pull any strings for him, but I don't know. But that's the decision he made, though.
So you're not worried about if he gets hurt. You just don't want him getting hurt indirectly from you.
Because of me, yeah.
Got it. Look, you have my word that it'll get done.
Okay.
So, what's in Hopscotch's back?
So she is going to go over to the computer and notice the mouse isn't working right. And then, somebody must have left a pad here. And then she's gonna unplug it and plug in the mouse to the computer and get it working again, and kind of bring up a Hopscotch chart, and it shows kind of a X-ray scan of her back, and it is this kind of small square device that is wired into her spine and her nervous system, and it is called a it's a harness. It's for some of the unruly patients. The guards have a control to kind of it's kind of like a taser, to kind of subdue some of the less compliant inmates.
Cav has the same expression as Ray. It's just like, how is that undone?
It's never been undone here, but just like any other, neural wear, I would assume.
So that's the app on the data pad. Is it the same number that was on the data pad?
Mm-hmm.
It is. So that the data pad that I have control Hopscotch's
nervous
does Cav recognize that it's the same number?
You could do a concentration to remember.
Cav's gonna get the data pad back anyway, but 18.
Yeah. You're an officer. You remember numbers.
Yeah. Do other data pads have access to Hopscotch's device as well? Is that how that works?
I mean, any of the guard devices would, and the security consoles would have it.
Then there's no way to turn it off. It's just like permanently in there.
I mean, security can control them, so I don't know if they've got a permanently disable button, but the doctor just kind of installs them here. Sometimes people arrive with them installed, like your friend Hopscotch did. I don't know what she did to piss somebody off to get one of those, but
Hopscotch got Cybertech without Scrawl before we went to prison.
How dare she?
Friendship over.
I will cut that shit out myself.
It's in your spine, dude. So Cav is just gonna slide over. She's gonna grab the data pad and just try to put it in her jumpsuit and just be like, "Thank you for all of this. You have my word on Rourke. I promise."
Would you like to do a stealth? Would you like to do a cool? Would you like to? How are you going to try to pull this off? This slide it into the
Kiss her.
What is?
Just kiss her.
Sure.
persuasion.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to do
Lamp
cool.
on her.
Yeah. Oh God. Persuasion's gonna be best, I guess. Ugh. 11.
I love that.
Would you? You can add some luck if you'd like.
I will add
That is a
5
thing
luck.
you can do.
She's going for broke.
Oh. All right. And with that, Alina quickly closes out of the application. And do you need anything for the nose? You need some painkillers or anything? You're right. You're gonna make it.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you so much.
All right. And then she is gonna kind of just hurry out of the room, kind of try and get away from the excess information she shared with you quickly.
Mm-hmm. And I'll make my way back to dinner, I guess. What would have been dinner, but what will be Scrawl eating my dinner?
Yeah, so as you get back out front, there are the guards waiting. And Static, you can hear the door open and hear what you assume to be Cav coming out of the room next to you because you saw her get put in there. Are you going to hang out some more? Or are you going to go back with her?
He's going to hang out a little more.
Okay.
I think he wants to try and catch Alina in the hall.
Okay. Yeah, so Cav, you can make your way back to the cafeteria, escorted with the guard, as Alina comes into the office, not expecting you to be in there. Static can be like, oh, hi.
Hello, sorry.
And she's got a tray of kind of used surgical equipment that she was taking over to the autoclave on the desk.
I'm sorry. Dr. Rourke said I could. He just administered some medication to me, and sometimes I get a little loopy, and he lets me rest on this couch for a moment or two. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you at all. But you, could I do a perception to see if she's kind of glowing from the kiss?
Yeah. Human perception.
Oh, whoops, wrong one then. I'll use that same roll, but my human perception is a 7, so it's a 15.
Okay. She actually looked a little kind of frazzled and kind of a little distracted.
Okay. You're doing all right, dear. You seem a little out of sorts.
Yeah, it's yes, I'll be fine. Just a lot going on, right? And she starts to kind of load some of the equipment into the autoclave.
Yes, it does seem to be one of those days, doesn't it? I would like to try and stealth one of these surgical instruments off of the tray as she's loading.
Yeah, let's see some stealth.
That's a 13. I'm gonna throw 3 luck at that, so that'll be a 16.
All right. And you can kind of see, like, she turns her back completely when there's like a scalpel left on the tray, loading the rest of this, and you can kind of snake that away.
Yeah, he will snake that away and put it in the wire belt that Hopscotch gave him for this.
So what happened to you? I saw your friend was up here, had a run in with a wrench.
Yeah, no, it was a dangerous shift. It's so wet down there, I slipped and just boom, right on the face. You don't think it's going to ruin my face, do you?
And she's gonna kind of like take a close look, kind of like grab your chin and kind of, I think you'll be just good as new.
All right, well, that's quite the relief now. But I'm feeling much more myself. So if you excuse me, and he will make his way out.
Of course. Yeah, and then we can cut over to the cafeteria as Cav is escorted in. As the kitchen tells you that that Scrawler picked out a portion for you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Not that he consumed it for me.
Two sitting in there and the guard is standing in the corner.
Is one of the guards Rourke?
Looking at the name tags.
No. Okay. Just checking.
And then a little bit later, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Cavs get down. Just be like, I have a lot to tell you, but not here.
Hello, Ford.
Yeah.
Brawl pushes over a plate of just peas. Only peas for dinner.
That's so strange.
Yeah, it's because Skrull wasn't there to make dinner tonight, so they just couldn't come.
I guess so. Wow. Thank you, though. That was nice of you to pick this up for me.
Yeah, no problem. Don't talk about it again.
Wiping some fucking food off your face.
As Static can arrive and be escorted in as well, and they tell you the same thing that Skrull picked up your plate.
I'm quite sure he did. And
no, Hopscotch had statics.
So good.
Static will go sit down and that was productive. My nose feels much better.
Great. Amazing.
Static's gonna be shredded when he gets out of prison. From everybody just stealing his meals all the time.
Right? Just lean.
Working out and no food.
Great for you.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Is there anything you got to talk about here in the cafeteria or do before you are escorted back to the cells?
Actually, Cav would like, if she can, because she didn't see where that air vent led. So she would like to, if she could, get back behind the counter, because she's usually on, like, kitchen duty. And just maybe see, like, whereabouts that was. Is that easy to get to?
Static will kind of describe the view he had so you have a better idea of where it is.
Yeah, so you can make your way back there, and it's kind of there's the ovens, there's like a long kind of metal prep table, and kind of below that prep table, behind some like kind of boxes and pans and things that have been kind of piled there, you can kind of make out where like an access vent would come up from. So it's kind of a lower angle view.
Okay. And that would be easy, like, it's not like middle of the kitchen. It's like kind of hidden, so someone could eerie.
Yeah, so you could in theory kind of sneak in there.
Okay.
It may be difficult when the kitchen is buzzing, but
well, with that, then Cav would just like to head to the pillow fort and relay all of the information, the terrible, terrible, terrible information.
yeah, so
On the bright side, you might have that port now.
No.
Yeah, so we can pick up in the pillow fort.
So you're telling me that at any point I could just randomly piss myself? What? Like just my nerves just...
Well,
what?
Pav will take out the data pad and be like, do you want to, then she'll hand it to you so you could test it yourself. Like, do you want to see what it does?
Hold on one sec. And I am going to okay. I guess my question, Mike, in the few days that we've been here, have we seen them do bunk checks? Have we seen the guards go through stuff?
Yeah, you've seen it. It seems to be kind of like a targeted thing, so they will, not do like a general everybody. You haven't seen that one yet, but you've seen them like target specific cells and kind of rip everything out.
Okay. I am going to unload, take out my tech crowbar, and whatever else is in my belt. And my idea is to put a small slit at the top of the mattress and just shove stuff like in the middle of the mattress itself.
Okay. I like it. Let's have that conceal, Jen.
$24.
Like an expert smuggler.
I'm really good at it.
It's even hard to make out where that slit even was.
That was the plan. So now I have a mattress full of nails and vials and wrenches and shit. It's perfect.
It's going to be great for your sleep because you've been sleeping so well.
I mean, well, now because we have the pillow for it, it's just Cav and I spooning on a half a twin size bed. It's going really well.
Big spoon or little spoon?
I think you're both big spoons at this point.
Hopscotch would be a little. She's really sad these days. She's just hold me.
Yeah, because Cav is bigger.
Cav is bigger. All right. So you had described the thing on the pad where it looked like a slider switch almost.
Yeah. So as you open it up now, you see probably about a dozen devices that have those green dots next to them.
Okay.
And as you click on one, it changes the number on the top, but on the out of the screen, there's a slider. Kind of a 0 to 10.
Okay. And I see boob 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's the same number. It's not the boob 3, but it is the same number that Cav saw.
On the back. So Cav would have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an ID number for the device that's implanted, not necessarily who it's implanted in.
Okay. I'm gonna curl up in the pillow fort, and I'm just gonna sit on the side of the bed that doesn't have metal under my ass, just in case. I am going to ask Cav to, like, in case I scream, in case something happens, like, I need you to hold me and I need you to cover my mouth.
Got it.
So, all right. And I'm going to move the slider, like, literally, if it was like a 1 to 10, it would be like a 0.2. Like, I'm just barely going to move it up.
Okay. It is an intense electric shock, like, generating. It's even hard to tell where it comes from. It just feels like all of your nerves are tingling. It's kind of like that pins and needles sensation, but just everywhere.
Okay. So I just reach over and Cav, you feel just this squeeze, this intense squeeze on your arm, and I shut it off immediately. Like, that would take out a fucking elephant.
Really? You barely moved it.
That would take out a herd of elephants. That was the most intense fucking thing.
Yet.
That was like getting hit with 9 tasers at once on like a 0.2. This is torture. This is legit torture.
Okay.
How do we shut this fucking thing off? Like
Alina, what? Look, it's in your spine. Alina said they've never taken one out here. That doesn't mean it can't be taken out. Our best bet, I think, is going to be to try to find some way to just deactivate it. And that's going to be through security. We've got to get into security. And she's also going to tell about the pad. Like, that seems easier. We just need to keep it the same oxygen level concentration. We should be able to take those out.
I'm going to try to hold on to that optimism. I'm kind of at a loss right now, Cav. And I mean, I've not been around here trying to piss people off, but we have fucking Scrawl going insane, being like, Hopscotch will do it, and throwing me in the middle of shit, and any guard at any time. Like, I cannot even explain to you. Like, I really just, based on what I just felt, if somebody moved that slider halfway up, that would be enough to give someone an instant heart attack. Like, there's no way someone is going to survive a full tilt on the slider. And any guard at any moment can just drop me like that?
Okay. This is fine. This is fine because we know what it is now, and we have an idea of where to start on how to deactivate it. You haven't done anything yet that's caused them to turn this on for you, and you've been in quite a few prison fights already. So I think you're going to be okay. We just have to make this our first priority. Get to security, get this turned off somehow. I'm optimistic about this.
Stay that way.
I promise.
As we cut back to the other cell, what are Static and Scrawl up to as you get kind of brought back to your cells?
I think Static is going to kind of, once we're alone, Scrawl, check this out. And he's going to show you the scalpel he was able to pilfer. So it's a little dirty now. It was pre-autoclave.
A little bloody.
That's not mine.
It's fine. Dirt just makes the immune system stronger, they say in surgery, so I don't see a problem here.
I don't think that's right, but...
It's fine. I saw your chemistry test. You didn't know nothing.
Do you?
Do we? So we're not like locked down yet, right? Like this is like free time a little bit, or are our cells locked?
It's that little bit of time kind of after dinner where there's some showering, and then so you've got a little bit of time left before they stay locked down.
Do we want to tell the guys about this, or do you want to hold on to that info?
Let's give it I'm really worried about Scrawl.
You're worried about him having that info?
No, I don't know. Everything is off. Everything is terrible, and I don't know.
You just want to go check on him?
I trust you. I trust you. Whatever you think is best. Because honestly, like I don't think I'm thinking straight. I don't trust anything. I don't trust anyone. I'm
right.
Just off.
I think Squirrel can take these out. I really do. As long as oxygen doesn't change, which it shouldn't, right?
I think
he can do it.
Static will explain what he learned about the pads to Scrawl while the girls are having their conversation.
Now, did you learn about the oxygen as well?
No, he asked
shit.
He asked one question and was like, "Okay," wasn't suspicious at all.
I was gonna say, I think you learned that they're called pads.
He said they were pressure and environmental control devices, and I said, "Yeah, right. They're fucking explosives." And that was basically
kind of
where that conversation ended.
Yeah.
So yes,
So Scrawl is waiting and gripping on every word, and then he's like,
they're called
"That's
pads,
all you got."
And they have to do with pressure. And when I called him out on them being explosives, he got extremely dismissive and wouldn't answer anymore.
So prison staff did not admit they're planning to blow brains out.
Exactly.
I got it. Good intel, friend. We got this.
This is what I do.
Man, cavalry, no, they're real great, but no way they got more info than this.
I
This
got
is
the
huge.
name of the device, I got what they say it monitors, and I got a hard denial that it's an explosive, which means it absolutely is. I also got a scalpel, so
Exactly.
we can pull it out of my face while I'm still all puffy and inflamed.
All right,
That's
ready?
a good idea.
Tester.
So I think that's probably when Cav enters and is like, yes, that is a good idea.
Squirrel's got the knife.
Because, and well, she's like, because she will then word vomit the information about the pads and oxygen sensitivity and that they won't explode when they're just taken out. But rapid, like, acceleration or deceleration of oxygen changes does it. They can also be triggered by security at any time to go.
All of that from Alina.
Yeah, didn't you?
No, I got mine from the doctor. Did she?
The doctor. I haven't even seen a doc since I've been here. How did you get to see a doctor?
My nose was much more broken than yours. Hopscotch gave you a love tap. She broke my fucking nose.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
She did seem a little out of sorts when I saw her.
Who? Alina?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's because there's like a whole conspiracy going on. There's a security guard here, Rourke. He was a piece of shit up top. He's apparently here now. Also still very much a piece of shit.
Rourke.
Yeah.
The doctor.
Interesting. So, she has a doctor brother. I guess that's him. Anyway, he's taking drugs and basically pinning it on her. So they're probably going to kill her. She doesn't have too long, I don't think.
I could maybe put some leverage on the doctor brother. See if,
I like that angle.
See if maybe... I don't know. I'll come up with something, but if he's leaning on Alina, then we're going to have to get that to stop, because she's a very powerful ally for us down here. And she's a lovely girl.
I promised, she's great. I promised her we'd help her. Well, I'd help her with this. So yeah, it's how I got all the information.
Yes, you got substantially more information than me. Fuck, flies and honey and vinegar and all that.
Skrull standing there with the scalpel still like
Just
static, and it's like,
which one of you am I stabbing?
and then he kind of pauses. He's like, cavalry. I've never heard you say somebody is great before.
I tell Hopscotch he's great all the time. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I see.
I would have been.
So now
like
that
a
you
little
mentioned
bit-
conveniently the oxygen content being crucial to these things, maybe we wait till we get an oxygen maybe tank or something so we can keep the pressure the same on these as I'd remove them.
I mean, wouldn't the pressure be the same if they're monitoring the conditions on this level of the prison? Maybe we just take them out and put them in the air vents. That way they're always going to be in constant pressure and saturation.
Skrull would know. I do not. Would oxygen content be the same inside of a body as outside of it?
Yes.
It would be placed in like your sinus cavity, which is open to. Yeah, so it'd be the same.
Copy. Cool. Out with it we go. Open the eye, static.
Just try and keep the scarring to a minimum, please.
Hopscotch would be like lingering outside the cell a little bit, so I can still like hear and see and like kind of monitor stuff, but I'm not engaging.
All right, so while I act like Skrull's an idiot, Skrull is not actually a medical idiot. The scalpel, does it appear to be actually dirty? Do I have access to anything like that could possibly sanitize it? Do these things sanitize themselves? Like,
no. So it is just a steel kind of scalpel. So you've used these before. Usually you would dispose of the blade, or you would clean them in like an autoclave kind of thing. You don't have access to that right now. So, I mean, you could, like, fire would clean it, or you could just, wash it out pretty good in, like, the sink in the cell.
So I'm probably
It's
going
not the
to, at this
safest of
point, be
things,
like,
but
I'm just kidding, Static. We can't do surgery with dirty scalpel. That would be crazy.
Oh, thank God.
We will take care of cleaning this first, then we will cut your face open.
Okay, just... Hopscotch, I think you get to punch me again.
Okay.
I don't know why you need to punch him, but I'm not questioning it. Yeah.
To keep his face all inflamed so that they don't notice the incision.
The incision?
Unless we're going like, what was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where they pulled the thing out? And...
I mean, it's probably pretty
yeah, you can go in
laparoscopic.
from the inside.
Are we really worried about a dirty scalpel? Like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows who they were cutting on with that? We are talking about a population of prisoners and ne'er-do-wells.
Hepatitis is no joke.
Would be fine in Skrull's normal lab, not so fine in prison cell.
Let's find a way to get that actually clean, and then I'll let you take it out of me.
You got some bleach and stuff in the kitchen, right? To clean the kitchen-y stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You see, Hopscotch, I've cut off his whole leg, and he's still willing to let me operate on him. You really should just let me go.
Yeah, the fact that I've reached the level of desperation that I am asking you to do a surgery on me... oh, buddy.
Skrull is truly honored. It is pretty awesome.
I can wholeheartedly say you are the only person I would ask. Or, the actual licensed doctors that we had back home, but that's
You wouldn't ask with them. You would schedule an appointment, and
I
it would
would
be a transactional exchange.
She'd just call her
but they're
doctor
also like
boyfriend
radiated nomads,
get a
so
reference.
Who's a dentist?
That's what I meant.
Who also testified against you.
It wasn't even against. The man was just confused.
So sorry.
He was just so confused, and I felt bad for him.
Because that amazing lawyer was grilling him, right?
Yeah.
I forgot he testified.
Not making out with that guy again.
At least his teeth were clean.
Yeah?
Poor guy.
All right, Static or Skrull will resist chopping Static's nose off.
And I think at this point, as they're kind of calling for lights out and you're heading back to your cells, you do see this is the multi-tier kind of prison blocks, right? And there's kind of balconies overlooking this kind of central area, and at the bottom, the doors open and you kind of see like a couple nurses pushing a stretcher down the corridor. As two guards kind of come from the other side and stand by those four large kind of pressure, like kind of those big turn valves built into the floor, and the guards start to unscrew one and pull the lid back, and they push the stretcher up, and the nurses kind of lean in and haul out that large guy that had started the fight with Static, that had been thrown in the pit. They pull him up. He's got kind of the oxygen mask on. He's got various sensors and tubes running into them, and he's kind of limp and unmoving, and they kind of disconnect him from all the apparatus, throw him on the stretcher, and then start to wheel him back out the way he came as the guards close the lid that they had opened and lock it back down. And I think that is where we will end for the night.
Oh man,
awesome!
That was a good one.
That's a good one. That was a good one. Yeah,
we got a lot in that one.
Yeah.
Hopscotch, I'm so sorry. Oh,
Mike.
I
feel bad.
At what point were you just like, I think it'd be really fun to torture Amy. What can we do about this? I know.
At least you weren't
there is evidence on what happened and why.
There is
hidden around.
I would imagine.
So it'll be interesting
We'll
if you
never
guys decide
find
to
it,
dig
Mike.
into it.
Yeah,
We will never
that.
find it.
I'm just becoming more and more convinced that Static is a plant. Like
Tonight did not go well. Like above the table. Like Cav has no idea, but like
yeah.
Greg asking one question. What is it? It's a pad. All right. Like
It blows up.
He's got a bit of a contentious relationship with this doctor, if you can't tell.
See, I'm more still questioning like the special treatment. Like I know you're obviously involved with Biotechnica, but like it all just feels something's weird.
Yeah, I'm having so much fun with this.
We know you are.
Don't lie, you are too.
Well, yeah, but I always love being an idiot, so that's fine.
Oh,
Nothing's
Just remember,
changed.
you will die by my hands.
absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's the deal.
See, that's what I kind of feel like. Whole thing is, it's like, can he convince whatever he's trying to do before Hopscotch murders him? It's like a race to figure it out before he accomplishes whatever his secret thing is.
Yeah, it's I'm very much enjoying this.
Greg's like, shut up, I'm not talking about
I'm
it.
very much enjoying what I've got going on with Static this season. It's very fun, and I can't wait to see how it continues to break and shake.
Does he still want to find
And
Jessica?
a lot of fun.
Is he still worried about that?
Was there ever a Jessica?
Yeah.
That's true.
Not that cared about him.
That is much lower on his priority list than getting out and getting revenge on Jaquette right now. Like, it's still in there for sure, but he's clawing his way back towards that. Like, that's a couple rungs up the ladder from where he is right now.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. But I want to say thank
First
you
is
to
corporate
everybody
takeover.
for hanging out with us tonight, for watching us. We clearly have an absolute blast doing this. So like, subscribe, share. If you really like hanging out with us, check out that Patreon, because that will get you on our Discord, where we are talking all the time, normally about how purple is the better color, or cheese.
It's blue.
Purple.
Color and cheese. Blue.
Okay, I'll agree with you on the
Cheese
cheese.
is fine. The cheese is fine.
I've never had purple cheese, though.
You lost me on the cheese. Hang
it's
on the color.
delicious.
All right, well, thank you guys very much, and we will catch you all on the flip side.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.